players. And I think it was Dolan, his quote is, "I make Reapers." So, interesting
and
personal note.
in Semper's is the first clever one. TVT is exactly like chess, but with Tankovacs. Why, thank you. Did he show us that? I feel like kind of Dolan showed us that. Dolan was like, I got a lot of tanks, but I'm in checkmate, so I lose. It was more so Dolan showing us than Semper.
I like that quote though. It's pretty true actually. Making sure that those Tankovacs are in the right positions.
Game 2 will be Ruins of Ceres. With Game 1, Dust Towers, Game 2, Ruins of Ceres, man. We can only hope for an even longer game, because that would be lovely, really, really long, lovely, amazing game on Ruins of Ceres. But I like how this is showing the contrast between the ZVZ of Central Protocol, Preon is all Rena. It's like, no. We don't do that type of stuff. We like a slow, good old Terran TVT.
Definitely. And these two players, they like to play pretty late game macro games. Doesn't surprise me at all to see some of these maps appear. But here we are in the top left. We have our blue Terran representing Team Ascension Pro. It is Dolan.
And his opponent in the vertical spawn position, it is the yellow Terran from Team Gravity, Semper. That zoom in action, guys. Thank you for Trigonal. Thank you to Trigonal, and thank you for Trigonal. I know he's talking in chat, but really give him a pat on the back for doing the observing, the camera work. Technically, he's doing the camera work right here. He's the one showing them our cameras, streaming it, everything. Lovely human being.
Pretty standard openings from both players. Not too surprising to see this similar sort of play.
We do have Reaper fast expands from both, but if you check this out, Dolan does not have the racks at the ramp, which is not going to be quite as good on the defense, while Semper does have the racks at the ramp, which not only does it mean generally, of course, a little bit of a wall, but he's providing himself room for a reactor, which could mean Hellions in turn playing a little bit more safe TVT style, because in all of TVT, we've kind of seen this evolution of I'll go Reaper, then you'll go 3x Reaper. I'll go Reaper Hellion to defend your 3x Reaper, and then I'll go Reaper because I won't commit, and then you'll commit too much with Reaper Hellion, and then you just see that go back and forth in a big circle. And with that, you can kind of you can start to see those little bit more defensive Terran players in the early game, whether that be with some Hellions, etc., just trying to make sure Reapers don't get into their main, and sometimes can snowball from that point on. So as I was saying, Semper with the defensive play, while Dolan with the more aggressive, and pretty much it's mirroring Game 1.
Yeah, very similar. I think these players like to play a similar play style here. They like that macro game. They like to go into the late game. Semper, though, really did show his skill there in the late game. Dolan, you know, we had a little bit of a SimCity issue in the first game. I have a feeling that's not going to appear in this game.
That would suck if it did, but it'd be great if it didn't for him. And yeah, I guess that could be the ultimate goal. Like, I'm just going to build nothing near the ramp, so I don't have Marines that just can't get to it. But you guys gotta remember, in that game, he had siege tanks blocking the way. Like, at first, you're like, yeah, look at those siege tanks. Yeah. Like, oh, Marines. I forgot about that. I forgot that was a thing.
Both players about to finish their starport now. Hellions again coming out. Excuse me, Hellions coming out for Semper. Last time we saw those from Dolan. We do have Hellions also from Dolan, so actually, we've also got Banshee Cloak and a Banshee coming out, so we almost saw those last game. You canceled it. I have a feeling it's not going to be canceled this time, and this is a pretty nice map for, you know, going for that quick Banshee, as the bases are so close to each other by air, but Semper has a really nice scan, sees that, you know, sees that Tech Lab researching on that starport, probably has a pretty good idea of what's going on.
Even with that scan, though, Semper opened up with a Widowmine drop, not with the much more safe Cyclone play. He will have a Viking, but he won't have the ideal Tech Lab on that Factory to go Cyclone and then move out with Siege Tanks or something off the back of that once he defends. But, I mean, he's got a chance, he's got an opportunity, but he has to do damage. The Banshee and the Medevac bypass, they don't really shake each other's hands. They kind of just glare each other down. And now we'll see, can the Widowmine drops do the damage? Widowmine goes down, Hellions and Runes won't be able to kill at the same time. Rains go down, and man, friendly fire damage, I was going to say, could do a lot to Semper, but the Widowmine just kind of whiffed it, and the SCVs, they would fight hard. 8 go down, but now can Dolan even up the score.
That Banshee chased away there by that Viking, so not too much was done yet. However, Cloak has just now finished.
It should be able to push in once more, but it's actually going to be pulled a majority of the way back, maybe in attempts to defend this drop, which is going undeterred, but 3 more kills have been picked up. So far, we've had 12 kills. Literally, it is 14 SCVs of Dolan to the 25 of the Semper. Semper's in a nice position, but he needs to do something about this Banshee, and looks like he did something. He's got 2 beautifully placed missile turrets and a Viking. The Banshee's going to go on home, and Semper's up 1-0. Would not be surprised if he'd take this quickly. He just kind of shut down Dolan.
Yeah, however, Dolan does have the quicker command center here. He is transforming it into an orbital now. He may have the quicker expansion. Semper is not yet finished, but we do have a drop also coming across the map from Dolan. The question is, does Semper see it? No, actually, not with that Viking. The drop arrives, and this might be slightly difficult for Semper to defend. He has to pull the SCVs back, making sure not to lose too many.
Oh, we're going to see one Siege Tank aggressive for Semper will move up, but it's going to be instantly taken down. And Semper is so clumped up for a second right there. All of his CVs, all of his Marines are right there. And the Siege Tank of Dolan was not able to do the damage, but Semper moved out, then had to fall back. And as you said, this is not going to be easy for Semper, but he did start it off really well. I don't think he should have pulled any of SCVs right off the bat, which is not what he did. He didn't pull any of them, so good job from him. But Semper, once again, like game 1, does have the air superiority. He has the Viking, and he just needs to clean up this Banshee. He does not want to allow any more vision, any more Siege Tank sniping capability, and there it is, no Cloak on the Banshee. The SCVs are going to try to make something happen. It's not going to be enough, but Siege Tank is able to just push down on the throat of Dolan, or pardon me, Semper, and choke him out.
Yeah, very
and TVT
well
is like the hardest
attack.
mirror matchup to cast. Like, color-wise, and like Dolan or Semper. I don't know, the blue guy killed the yellow guy, dang it. Ugh.
I think that was a very good time, though, for Dolan to attack. He attacked right when Semper didn't have too much out, and that Siege Tank for Semper, the one that was originally out in the main base and sieged up, went down really fast.
It was a great position, a great stranglehold. That puts us at 1-1 in this best-of-5 series. The winner of this best-of-5 will move on to the round of 4. Currently, we're on the round of 8. And man, we've seen 2 great games. We've had a PVT and a ZVZ. And I'm really excited to see how this entire series, pardon me, 2 great series. I'm really excited to see how this entire series is going to play out because at first it looked great for Semper. I thought we were going to see these very long games where Semper just eventually overwhelms. But Dolan, maybe Dolan figured that out and says, I'm not going to let you go into the long game and overwhelm. And with that, this just can provide great opportunities for a long, great TVT series. And some of you out there may say it's not great, but I'm going to say I like Tankovac.
I love to watch. I enjoy it too. I like to watch just the little micro things that players have to do, especially in late game TVT, and they make all the difference. I love to see that sort of play.
Game 3 will be Prion Terraces for this best-of-5. It is 1-1. Koshkii, who do you want to win, Dolan or Semper? You have to choose Canada or America.
Oh, I feel so weird saying this, but I'm going to root for Canada here. I don't want to ever have favorites.
Took it from me. Took it from me.
Sorry.
Not only do I like Semper, but I also like Canada. So